Impromptu. Endurance and patience goes hand in hand with each other. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, if you're an Israelite, which will be a so-called Black, Latino, or Native Indian, it's important that you know that the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and the true name of His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, His name is Yahweh Shai. When you call upon your power, for you Israelites that have woken up to the truth, you must say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem means in the name. So Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And the reason why we say Bahashem or Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is because there is one mediator between man and the Most High. And that person is, well, you got it, the man Yahweh Shai. Now, this lesson is going to be based on a video that Apostle Ariam Lab did. This is his channel right here. It's called GMS Infodoc Channel 12. And the title of the video that he did is called Our Trials Increase Our Strength and Ability. And in this video, he made a very beautiful point. And, I couldn't help but do a lesson on the video that he did here. And in this video, he went into the definition of endure. Now, when I saw the definition for endure, the first thing that came to my mind was patience. Because what does endure mean? Well, if we come over here, right? I got it right here on my page. The definition for endure, it says to undergo or suffer. So when you endure something, it means you're suffering. You're suffering because you're waiting for something to happen. Right? So it says to undergo or suffer. And that's why like the scriptures say, as it is written, if ye endure chastisement, the Lord dealeth with ye as sons. I believe you can find that in the book of Hebrews. Okay? Because, there's all kind of things happening in the world that's going to test our patience. Rather if it's cold outside, rather if you got to deal with a PMS boss, rather if, you got to pay bills, you got to pay rent. These comes in the form of chastisements by the Heavenly Father. Your woman might she might be a demon that night. You might have wanted some box, but she said no. She don't feel like it because she in a bad mood. You got to endure that, man. But again, these in chastisement worketh endurance. So if you endure chastisement, then Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai dealeth with you as sons, because the Lord dealeth with the men, right? Now, check this out, right? It says make hard, right? Make hard. It says harden, bear, tolerate. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about tolerance, okay? You build tolerance by constantly keeping at something, Now, like I'll give you an example, because when I was in the world, I've always hated the wintertime. You know, I've hated snow. I still do. But when I came into this truth, I learned to tolerate it. My and now look, when I first moved down here to Western New York, or better known as Niagara Falls, New York, you know, I was not used to this cold. I used to wear a hoodie and a jacket. Well, yeah, I used to wear a hoodie and a jacket. I used to wear two pair of pants, and this is when I was sitting inside the house. The heat was on and everything. But guess what? As time progressed, my body started developing a tolerance against the cold. Now I can literally just sit in my room with one pair of pants on and literally a t-shirt because my body is so used to this harsh winter. It's so used to the cold. You know, I mean, I don't mean to be speaking about edibles because we're not supposed to eat them, but I'm gonna use edibles as an example. When you first eat edibles, you get all fucked up. Excuse my bastard language because the English is a bastard language, but when you eat edibles, man, you more higher than the kite, and it lasts a real long time. But what happens if you keep eating edibles over and over and over? Eventually, it's going to start feeling like you're not getting high at all. Why? Because your body is developing a tolerance for it. To tolerate something means to get used to it. So when you get used to something, it doesn't faze you as much as it used to. Okay? So to have tolerance means that it doesn't faze you as much, you know? Just like how when you came into the truth, you might have got angry or offended because people came on your comment boards saying things about you that were not true. They might have called you a rapist. They might have called you baldy, bald headed. They might have been cracking jokes about you. You might have got angry at first, but as time passed on, what happened? It gets to a point to where you don't even get angry no more because you can see the immaturity level of these idiots. You see the immaturity level of these guys. So you don't even get offended no more. You know what the scriptures say, and that's that. The scriptures say, "He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool." And once you develop a tolerance, that's how you become hard. That's how you become a hardened soldier. Like the term goes in the military, are you a spoiled brat or a hardened soldier? In order to become hardened, you got to get used to things, man. Like, when you first came into the truth and you got rebuked, you got all angry, you got offended. But after time passes, after being in this truth for a while, you don't even get offended no more. You don't even get angry no more when you get rebuked. Why? Because you start to understand that your actions is what led to you getting rebuked. So you don't even get fazed by it no more. So endurance literally worketh tolerance. So here it is again. Make hard, okay? In late Latin, harden. Okay? It says dur goes back to the Latin durare, which means to harden. Okay? Because, and notice how it says in. So to make hard on the inside, because how do you develop a tolerance? It all starts with your mind, which is your heart. Okay, so yeah, when it says in dur or in durare, it means to make hard from the inside, meaning to make you mentally tough, to develop a tolerance mentally. Okay, just like how when I was speaking about the cold, When I was speaking about, developing a tolerance against the cold, developing a tolerance against edibles, developing a tolerance against slanders and all the other stuff, it all starts with becoming tough mentally. So endure literally means to make hard from the inside. And endurance goes hand in hand with patience. Why? This is the definition of patience from google.com.
Patience.
The capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry. Now, I'm not going to say without getting angry, because the scriptures do say, be ye angry and sin not. Okay? You can be angry and still have patience. Okay? But the word patience literally means to suffer. So when you have endurance, you also learn patience, which the word patience means to suffer. Oh, look at that. The word tolerate also appears in this word as well. Look at that. Tolerate, the same word that appears within the definition for the word endure. Now, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And we know the elect is going to endure. They're not going to fall out the truth. They're not going to stop teaching the Holy Scriptures. They're going to endure the mental abuse that comes with the truth. They're going to deal with, they're going to deal with the code. They're going to deal with scoffers and scorners making slanders. They're going to deal with their videos and their channels being taken down off of YouTube. They're going to deal with the rebuke. The elect is going to endure until the very end, no matter what happens. Okay? And again, the word endure means to tolerate or make hard. It also means to suffer. And endurance goes hand in hand with patience, because when you have endurance, you also learn patience. With that, I'm going to say shalom is on to the next one.